They'll be calling you a radical, and I don't want to hear the wind's blowing. I want the wind to blow. It's metaphorical. This is art. Look, we have so much to talk about, and I cannot believe people are not freaking up in arms. The mass genocide on this planet is in full flight. All roads lead to nuclear. You know, I cannot believe that this country is so numb, the world is so numb, that is so contrary. Everybody's joined the club. Nobody, I mean, it's happening. It's happening right in front of our face. And the Pacific genocide, so grotesque, it's beyond the world genocide. Look, the whales washed up dead in Chile, right off the Pacific current. I mean, this is the Pacific Ocean. Hello, the whales are dying in mass droves. I mean, the death is so epic on the Pacific Ocean right now. And the marine biologists, the serfdom, the college academians, everybody, the black and yellow media horde, everybody's going along. I want to talk about the mass die-off near the Caspian Sea. The Antelope. I want to talk about this as I named it plutonium war so long ago. What's going on right now in that part of the world? Well, what's been going on since we, you know, invented bin Laden in Afghanistan and turned this. That's all about extraction of natural resources. These royals, these globalists are so out of control, and they have such grotesque weaponry that they have. What the disposal, and you want to call it New World Order. That was gaslighting, paid to do it, Operation Foxconn. Call it new when it's old as Babylon and evil as hell, because then it takes away your sense of, this is history repeating itself. That's why I'll be in Austria. You know Bilderberg's there. I will be there. I'm going to be there. I fear no evil. I want to see the people's eyes. I want to look in their eyes. I want to see the people that genocided, that did this. You know, you got the Queen's puppet in Canada coming out saber-rattling with Putin. Look, I want people to very much, there's a full-blown war going out. Full-blown war in that part of the world. Ukraine, Chernobyl. Listen. Very simple. It's very like us two-legged beer-drinking mammals. Now we know, I got AML leukemia. First person in the world they know of to willingly survive this disease at my age without a bone marrow transplant. First one on earth. First one. There's another guy that did it named Brian that we know of that he was sent home to die, didn't die. There's probably others around the world we don't know. Who knows? But we know. It's about the compromise. Look, the toxicology reports on the Antelope, we're talking, boom, 120,000 ancient creatures that have existed on this earth for millions of years through all kinds of everything, showing the immune system was compromised. That's exactly how cancer works. That's exactly what compromised the immune system. Nuclear falling into the atmosphere. We caught the videotape. People, this incredible, powerful genre, caught the mushroom cloud going up when the proxy war, the CIA, blew the militia stump in the Ukraine, full of nuclear waste. That's a nuclear bomb. These nuclear reactors are sitting all over the world. They're nuclear bombs. They're ticking time bombs, just like San Onofre. You want to say, oh, it's a California. No, it's not a California issue. These are all global issues. These wells in Chile, the wells across. I walked the whole thing. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've actually done the work. I can't believe no one's willing to do the work. I'm walking around, people flipping me the bird on the freaking highways. See my San Onofre shirt right in my face. No one will, I mean, oh, what a lonely boy. Thank you to the people that have supported my activism and my fight. I cannot believe this. The genocide's in full flight. I want to talk a lot about this because I'm headed out there right now. I live right here, Dugway. This goes full circle. Now I'm going to Austria, and it's so metaphorical and so, you know, I'm a peace activist in the great spirit of Albert Einstein. That's Einstein's home. Teller, who the Hungarian who took the field, who created this mass murder freaking complex, who went in all skull and bones. As they went in, they took the nuclear Kool-Aid. France took the nuclear Kool-Aid, bankrupted their country. France is going bankrupt because of nuclear. It's all they are is giant boilers. There's nothing magic. There's no atom splitting. They're just giant boilers. They tricked you into magic that boil the Earth's water over and over. There's only so much water on this globe. They boil it over and over with uranium. So let's talk about that region, plutonium wars as I've named it. That region is the last bastion of the natural resources of the Kennecott copper mine, the freaking, right here. They've extracted everything. So the far right tells you, oh, you know, buy your gold guns and bunker. Who owns the guns? Who makes the guns? Who owns the bullets? Who digs the gold? Gold's not a precious commodity out of the earth. It's just common as freaking a diamond, De Beers. They were paid to call it New World Order. The far radical right, somehow with the gun, the gold, they just exactly what they wanted you. Hunker down while they freaking extract, freaking turn into the globalists. It's not New World, it's old as Babylon, as evil as hell. It's history repeating yourself in your head, It's reality, it's mass genocide. Mass genocide, it's happening. It's happening. The cancer, for the first time in American history, that longevity is, in 2012, going the other way. The #1 killer of the children in the United States is cancer for the first time in American history. The genocide is on. What's Fukushima? The nuclear catastrophe of Fukushima, the global cartel, Marie Antoinette, let them eat yellow cake. Oh, that girl from Austria, freaking pushed up by the nuclear cartel. Hillary and Bill, uranium mine, Trace, New York Times is the one that's breaking all these stories. I mean, this is the Secretary of State, her last duty in Czechoslovakia, in Prague, threatening the president. Look it up. I mean, come on. Using the word Westinghouse. Toshiba bought Westinghouse during the whole Fukushima dynamic. Who's TEPCO, Toshiba, Westinghouse? Oh my God. The uranium deal that was struck through Bill Clinton, freaking, I mean, this is right there where the Antelope freaking roam, I mean, come on. Wow. It's amazing what they're doing to the Ukraine, that part of the world. World War III is our, Einstein, right there, where he lived, the peace activists, force him away. I don't know what we're going to fight through World War III with, but I know what we'll fight for war. He's talking about nuclearism, sticks and stones. The most powerful force on earth is compound. He wasn't talking about your bank account. He was talking about nuclear fission, which we understand, which I've named plutonium, which is very real thesis. The look, the Pacific Ocean's mass death. Mass death, as I call the Pacific genocide right off the get. Copyrighted the word. Freaking all right off the get, called the Pacific genocide. He says, look, they're pushing into the Pacific. I get leukemia right after as they hammered us for 6 days. Flew the Obamas out of the country. The whole globalist regime. And then the far right takes the thesis, hunker down, buy some gold gods to steal the energy, wipe it out, call it New World when it's old, because then it takes your sense of history, the royals. This is nothing but royals. This is neo-feudalism. It's out of control. The plutonium wars is going on. So they're saying those Antelope, their immune system was compromised. Absolutely. What's going on in that part of the world? Let's talk about Afghanistan, Caspian Sea, oil, gold, silver, uranium mines, plutonium stashed from the coal. It's their treasure trove. These oligarchs are looking, it's the last bastion. They've extracted every place on earth. Freaking, I love it, you gold mongers. You know, the gold sits in her gold chair as she cuts, you know, benefits to her royal subjects in there. In this day and age, the Atlantic Conference, right there, Yalta by the sea, that was the deal. That was the deal that started the UN. No royals. Stalin's first words when he found out that FDR dropped dead. Who poisoned him? No royals, that was the deal. UN hijacked, the World Health Organization hijacked. That's why they're there. They're there. These are not some elite beings. They're people. They're human beings. Marie Antoinette, let them eat yellow cake. They're people. I'm going to go right in there. I know where they hang. I know where they'll go. Beethoven, Schiller, walk right through them like he did. I know my sense of history. I'm an artist. Like great art works and does, you have to have the path, you have to have the journey, you have to have the strength, you have to have the fight, you have to have the suffering, you have to have the pain. You know, I didn't choose this path. You know, I didn't ask him to murder my father in the Valtez site. I didn't ask him to give me leukemia, loot every dime I've had, strip everything away from me, take my hawk trial out of my hand, strip my art, beat me to freaking put these scars across my face. I never asked for that. But I'm scared to death of Dugway. Look, Dugway, it goes full circle. Anthrax leaks into 51 places. Some maniac gone rogue out there? I've worked out there. Look, we decided 100 years ago, over 100 years ago, that biological chemicals were taboo. Nobody's going to use them. That was decided long before all this UN bullshit. The world consciously says, Here's Einstein standing on the battlefield with his friend he was in Austria at the school with. And he's saying, oh no. He's watching them test the gas in the trenches on the French and the Americans. He's watching it. He's a gasp. He's watching them do it. This German, he's like, oh no, this is, you know, speed up the war. Just like this, speed up the war. USS Reagan, peace? No, it's causing genocide. It's where the wind blows, it's where the water, it's so reality, we're so disconnected from anything reality. Let's see, The jet stream moves left to right. The earth is round. It's a small place. We kill the antelope, we kill the whales, we kill the no sardines. Where's the fishermen? Where's the fishing? Oh, they just run to the federal government and say, oh, I understand, here, write another check, I'm a banker. Write another check, I'm gonna... The United States is broke off their ass. You have a military complex that has so much grotesque weaponry. You get a guy go rogue right here. You know what's at Dugway? So they take all the world's nerve gas, all the blood, and they put it in the desert of Utah and slowly get rid of it. It's there. Oh, some maniac goes rogue and sends it around the world. You know, Carter himself comes out, he says, we're going to get to the bottom. Sure they will. They will, just like they did the last time anthrax. The guy that did it was their own people. It's inside the military. You get some rogue maniac going crazy. You got a guy like Manning, okay? Everything he's taught, socially conscious. He watches these video wars, mass murder, everything. Inside his spirit, inside his soul, he knows it's wrong. Any human being with a soul so conscious knows it's wrong. Everything that you're supposed to be, he knows it's wrong. So you take that person and you put him in prison for life. You take looters, thieves, and robbers, and they call themselves church leaders. I'm an evangelical church. Jesus died so I could be rich. These freaking maniacs, these blue-eyed devils, all of them. You know, Pope Francis, all of them. They freaking say they're like Jesus. They're so like un-Jesus. And they say, and then they hijack, get your gold, go kill somebody. The propaganda media, the black and yellow media whores of CNN. I mean, they should be so grotesque. I mean, what are they up? Fox. I mean, Fox, I call it Operation Foxconn. Yeah, it's so blatant that it's being run by the NSA, the CIA, the new 3 branches of government, the TPP, these globalist rats are out of control. If the election of Barack Obama didn't prove it to you, I mean, talk about a con job. He's a globalist. They're all globalists. They're in the club. It's not freaking some elite human being. You allow it because you co-opt the energy to get a gun, buy some gold, feed right into him. How you forget the artist, forget the spirit, whatever. I can't believe this genocide is on in full flight. In full flight. For I fear no evil. You know, Kevin, they're going to kill you. You know, you keep this activist, they're going to kill you like they did Hastings, like they did Pat Tillman, like they did, for I fear no evil. Look, they already killed me. They fucking took all my life away anyway. I'm fighting for my kids and my grandchildren. I'm a peace activist. I'm going to record in history the people that genocided, the greatest genocide in fucking human. You think the Germans invented genocide? You know nothing about the American West on Balco. They genocided the Pacific Ocean, and you all stood by. You all fucking stood by. You academia professors. You fucking go to another fucking conference. You lazy serfdom fucking rats. You, as America stood down, and you're gonna get your gun. What are you gonna do? Shoot a radioisotope with your AK-47, the greatest weapon of mass destruction ever invented? AK-47? Huh? That's the guy that invented it. Oh, he just passed away in that part of the world. I'll go to Austria, Bilderberg. I know where they hang. I'll be at the IAEA. They're the same people. The IAEA who hijacked the world, they're the same people. They have names, and I'm gonna confront them. I'm gonna stand right in front of them. Hey, look, it's me, Kevin Blanch. Hi. You tried to kill me. You looted everything. You killed my father. You're the people that genocided the Pacific Ocean and lied about it and lied and lied and lied. Nuclear fucking nightmare. It all roads lead to nuclear. All roads lead to nuclear. That's the last bastion. And what happened to the antelope is the same thing that happened to us two-legged beer-drinking mammals. The same thing that happened to the whales, the sardines, the anchovies, the starving-to-death mama sea lions, the starfish. All of it's the same thing. It's nuclear contamination into the atmosphere. It's on, it's on. It compromises the immune system, thus then kills you. That's when these diseases attack and you can't fight back. Young, old, black, white, up, down, they race bait. CNN, Fox News being paid, being run right out of NSA. That's not, I mean, Snowden, tomato, nuclear. I mean, oh, how do you pronounce color? Black, white, yellow. Fucking, let's get real. The original color of the logo was pink and blue. That's right. All fucking run from the head of the snake at Cal Berkeley, the head of the snake at fucking MIT. You think it's coincidence that Abe comes here, goes to MIT Media Lab, the people that killed Aaron Swartz for forwarding a freaking email? It's all globalism, and you've gone along, and then you fed into the Fox News, fucking paid the house of fucking Rupert Murdoch, Windsor. Fucking, I'm an American, what's revolution? I'm a baker, what's a cake? I'm a carpenter, what's a hammer? I'm an American, what's a terror? You want to put the fear of God in a globalist? Just mention the word terror. Alexander Hamilton. Mention Hamilton's name. Mention George Washington's name. Mention Thomas Jefferson's name. You try to rewrite that history, you radicals on the right. And then the left, oh, I'm an elitist in San Francisco. You're no elitist. You're a scumbag on your fake bravado freaking house of cards you've created through this 0% globalist interest rate that has killed us. that has wiped it out, just fed to the globalists. Go to the Fed window, a multinational, get all the free money you want. TPP, just find the weakest law. Extortion, it is old world order. It is neo-feudal, the royals, they're back. 1914 in your head. I'm going right there. My bloodline traces right to Austria, right where all this matters. I'm going to be there. I'm a peace activist. I'm an artist. Beethoven. Right there. I can't believe you walked right through those fucking royals. I can't believe you did that. Don't you know? Fuck, they should stand aside for me. And I will say this to all you globalists. Every one of you fuckers. You've underestimated this genre. You've underestimated me. You should all step aside for me, fuckers. For I fear no evil. I fear no evil. I've been to the fucking valley of the shadow of death. I've been on the edge. I've watched all my friends die there. You've taken everything from me. I'm a peace activist, and I'm going to do it with my art, my soul. And I'm going to record who the people were who fucking created the greatest genocide in the history of this earth. The Pacific Genocide. I'm going to record it. It's on. It's on. Let's see. Mammals in Kazakhstan by the Caspian Sea. Just dropped dead. I got news, you're a mammal. You think you're above this? None of you are above this. None of you. This fucking cancer will take so many of us. This fucking mass fucking genocide, fucking nuclearism gone fucking mad. I know how to fight. Boy, shut the fuck up, get to work. You're way too pretty to have an opinion. I wasn't born with these scars across my face. It took years of violence because I'm a peace activist. And so the violent attack me. They go after me. Hey, I think they hate you so bad they mailed you leukemia in the mail. They mailed it to all of us in the mail. It's called the jet stream. It's where the wind blows. It's where the water flows. So I'll be in Austria. I'm a peace activist. I'm an artist. I'll do it through love, just like Einstein did it, just like Oppenheimer tried to do it. I'm not these guys, and I support these guys that are on this boat. I was there the whole time, protesting by myself, being attacked by the white shirts, being attacked by so many. I'll fight. I'll continue to fight. For I fear no evil. As the great activist of the world, what did Gandhi say about wealth without work? What did that great activist Jesus Christ do with the whip? Throw them out of the money thing. You know, did they give their lives? Absolutely. They both were killed. You know, that's the way it ends for all activists, I guess. You know, Michelangelo lived to be 88. What an activist he was, the artist activist. And I'm going to see Moses, holy Moses, that great activist that he was. They wanted him dead. And you could panty paint, and that's what all you've done. The marine biologists, the academians, you fucking panty painted all my work. I've been on this since fucking the law for my whole life. You know, YouTube, what a powerful job. I mean, look up my early videos. The day it happened, the second day it happened, the third day it happened, the fourth day it happened, the fifth, freaking, oh, fucking, even why I've got leukemia. I got fucking AML struck into my body, went from 170 to 120 in 3 months, 7 months after. It's going to give you leukemia, I get leukemia. I never stopped. I never stopped. I woke a sleeping giant called Anonymous in front of, I shut down all the streets of Washington, D.C., the entire, and I have videos to prove it. Who can do that? Without a permit. I shut down all of Washington, D.C. with police escorts without a fucking permit. Who could do that? Because everybody can relate to this subject. Because we're all mammals. You're a mammal. Did you nurse on your mama? I love what Michelangelo said. I love what he said. I think the greatest line in art history ever. He said, why are you such the great sculptor? Because he wasn't that great of a painter, and they panty painted all. Those are not his fucking paintings. You know, they panty painted. He was heartbroken. He was a fucking genius, a poet, a brilliant fucking man. I'm a great sculptor because my wet nurse came from a family of rock masons. Oh, I'm a rock mason. I split fucking rock in this town, 10,000 jobs with my fucking hands. There's videos out there to fucking prove it. Yeah, I didn't have a wet nurse. My mom almost died in childbirth, so I didn't have that. But my wet nurse, I turned to my wet nurse, and I know who my wet nurse was, because my mama was in the hospital dying from nuclearism, from childbirth. And my daddy fucking nuked in the Nevada test site. Seizure, sick in a fucking hospital my whole life when I was a boy. Fucking fighting for his life because they human lab right in the fucking rat's towers. And then I get it. My wet nurse was right here. Was the Pacific Ocean, was the whales, was the tundra swans, was the birds, was the antelope. We have antelope here. They're magnificent creatures. You just think, oh, they'll be, The Wells. Oh, do I love the Wells. They know me by name, by the way. The Wells know me personally. They have since I was a boy. When you ask anybody who's been with it, they'll tell you. I can't believe it. Any place you go, here they come. You don't see Wells in places where I go. Oh, I do. I told Patrick McCormick, watch this. I told all these guys, oh, we'll see Wells, Point Reyes. Oh, fuck, no one ever sees Wells. That's so rare. Watch. We'll see him. Oh, pod right there. We're on Ocean Beach in San Francisco long before that. We'll see Wells. Right there. San Diego. I'm at, before I even knew it was called the Mama's Heart, as the Shumash told me, you don't think I'm connected with the earth? I did last year. What did I do last year? What did I do? Blue Hearts on Valentine's Day. That's what I called it. I'm right there. We're right there, right as on videotape. Here they come right up to visit. The whole SEALs, family SEALs, come up to see me. Well, comes right up there. He's like, I've never seen this. I've been here my whole life. Because they know me. They know me. Because I'm connected with them. Because that was my wet nurse. The environment. Oh, am I connected? I'm so fucking scared to death, these fucking globalists, what they're doing at Dugway, what they're doing in the fucking plutonium wars in the Ukraine. They're out of control. This fucking dynamic, you looked at the debt lately? You looked at the fucking participation rate? This cannot go on. This dynamic's going to fracture in an ugly, ugly fucking way. And I tried. Oh, am I fucking trying? Oh, am I fighting? I pulled back in the early days. I'm talking about Fukushima. Everybody says, oh, you're talking about aliens. People didn't even know there was nuclear reactors with spent fuel when I started this fucking genre. I've been at this my whole fucking life. Wow. Fucking kill me. Fuck. They already killed all of us. Fucking stripped us out. You know, for you'll never take the light from me because my mama, my wet nurse. I fight for her, she fights for me. Stay on tune.